Okay.
All right,
So,
good. Hey guys.
hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, when I gotta adjust the camera
Yeah,
here.
set the camera up a bit. So, it's been a while. I think it's been about something like maybe a month since we last
Yeah, it's
did
been
a
a
video.
while.
And how's everybody doing with the energy coming
Yeah,
in?
huh?
Because as far as I'll tell you, it's been intense.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the last few days have been really intense. There's a major, major incoming energy right now. Had a short break recently where it kind of dropped off a little bit, or else maybe we just were kind of accustomed to it.
Yeah.
And there was a pretty good pulse of energy for about a week, it felt like.
It was about a week. I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this one,
Yeah.
right now, this is a big one.
This is a big one, and I'll bet you're feeling it too.
Probably the biggest that I've experienced yet.
Yep.
So,
No doubt.
yeah. So let's get on board. Let's jump on this horse and go, because any resistance is not going to be good. We've got to embrace these things each time when they come through.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's gonna not bode well.
So, yeah. So, that being said, we're doing fine. We're doing
Yeah.
great with it, and I'm sure you are too. It feels challenging. Last night in the middle of the night, a wave came through that was the most intense that I felt,
Yeah.
and it scared my ego. It did. It scared my ego. But then when that was happening, what came to mind was relax. It's okay. It's just energy.
Yeah.
Receive it. Let it do its work.
Yeah.
We are, like everybody says, we've probably said it before in videos, this is unprecedented on Earth.
It sure is.
We are, as a body of humanity right now on Gaia, going through something that, as far as I know, in recorded history has never happened. And everything in consciousness for all of us
Yeah.
is not only being reviewed or up for review, but up for transmutation
Yeah.
and change.
Yeah.
And nothing will remain eventually. Nothing will remain as it has been.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's the kicker, because for me, and I'm sure you guys have felt the same way, or maybe you're way more evolved than I am.
I'm sure.
And there's a very good possibility that there are people, of course there are, more evolved than me. But for me, I have been on the spiritual path, as we've said before in previous videos. We have been on the spiritual path. It's been unique, again, as we've said before, because we're brothers and we share this and twins.
Right,
and,
yeah.
But I've been of a mind that, with all the previous spiritual training, all of the special stuff I've done in the seminars and the classes and the personal work and the therapy, that I didn't have much more work to do. And that, that I'd pretty much done it all. No, I know. That was there, the ego, the existing false sense of identity that thinks I'm going to be fine. Most of what I've got in consciousness will remain. It's just some of the, the more coarse stuff. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think pretty much everything that I have thought myself to be is going to go poof.
Well, eventually.
Thank
God
not
it's
all at once.
Yeah,
no,
God,
and that's
right?
that's the real blessing of what's going on right now, is that it's a gradual increase in the intensity, the intensity is gradually increasing, giving us the greatest opportunity to stay with it.
Yep.
And we'll have our moments of resistance, probably, where we'll feel like, oh, enough already. And it's like, oh my God, not another one. But the more quickly I embrace these waves of energy, the better. Last night, like right now, I've got a low-grade headache going on that I've had going on for...
My ears are just
yeah, ears ringing like crazy,
Yeah.
and then physical symptoms. My body at night, oh my
Hurts.
God. Oh, it's like I get up and I think, oh my God, I must be 150 years old. All my joints, everything, tendons and ligaments.
And that might be something that more of older people could relate to.
Yeah.
Because I think this whole cycle,
yeah.
what's working here is
old
it's
gray
definitely
hairs.
going to be harder or more difficult for us gray hairs
Yeah.
than it probably is for the younger people.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, and I'm okay with that, and I'm sure the other folks that are conscious of this process are probably okay with this too.
Yeah.
But one of the things I want to throw out too is that thank God there's a lot of grace built into this experience,
A lot of assistance
and
too,
a lot of
by the way.
forgiveness and tons of assistance.
Yeah, we have to be open to it. By the way, the assistance, the assistance that I'm experiencing is,
Well, I'm experiencing.
yeah,
very similar,
We're
yeah.
experiencing some assistance that's like you can't see them,
You can't, no.
but they're very much there, and
They work with us mostly when we're meditating.
in meditation.
They
yeah.
show up,
In
and you can
meditation.
feel it.
Yeah,
They show up, and they're beings of love and light. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
yeah, and the interesting thing about it is that they're very advanced and very evolved, and basically, I think if you're really serious about doing your personal work and actually being in step with the process of what's happening here, I think you'll receive assistance, but it's not always going to be like, oh, poor you, we feel so much, we love you so
Well,
much.
they'll do some of that.
Yeah.
They'll do
Yeah.
a little bit of that. They'll,
Yeah.
they'll coddle a little bit.
Not much coddling.
Not too much,
eventually.
though.
It's kind of like, okay, you want to do your work, okay, we're going to give you some work.
Yeah.
We're going to challenge you. And but anyway, we have lots of challenges in our lives anyway, just the way they are. So
So, obviously, we haven't done a video in the car before.
Yeah.
We're out for a drive. We're in Colorado, and we're up in a beautiful spot up in the
Yeah.
mountains. Do you want to?
no. All right.
Just so they can see the view.
Okay.
This view is nuts.
Yeah, it's really cool.
beautiful.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick this thing up and then jostle
Lot
it
of
around
noise
and
and-
noise, and I'll have to reposition it.
Yeah, see if we can get it repositioned.
Yeah, so
but just real quick, just so they can see this beautiful view.
Okay, hang on here. Let's see here. I'll turn it around. Well, wait a minute. How do I do this? How do I turn this thing around?
Can you
I
just
don't
turn
know
it
how.
around the
I'll
other
just
way
turn it around like this.
Yeah. Can you guys see that?
Can you
Hopefully
guys-
you can. I mean, it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's like
It's
really...
up not too far from an area called Red Feather Lakes, Colorado. And the springtime here, woo-wee, is it gorgeous, man. We've had so much snow over the winter. The high country has unbelievable snowpack, and it's just gorgeous. Everything is starting to green up really, really a lot.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna try to set
anyway,
this
so,
back here. Hopefully it'll...
yeah. Sorry for the little look-see there, but
Oh, that worked okay.
I think
Okay.
that worked.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So where do you want to go with this?
Well, so yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while, and so just to let you know, yeah, man, this thing is going on, and it's going to get really intense. One of the things that crosses my mind right now, we can't expect that anything in the world the way we've known it in human affairs, and even beyond that, but it really pertains to us as human beings. In human affairs, everything's going to be up for review. And a lot of the things that we have considered to be sacred or sacrosanct or whatever it is, things that we thought were going to be there forever, and we thought we had it all figured out, and we knew who the good people were or the people who were really looking out for us, and we've assumed a lot about that. And assumed that a lot of the people, like in leadership roles,
Government.
in government in particular, but even in the church, in schools, all kinds of crazy stuff is going on.
Yeah.
That is like, what? Are you kidding me? And but in government, in particular, right now, we need to really kind of step back and take our hands off and not get too involved in a lot of the stuff that's going on, because believe it or not, the light is coming in and the light is ruling, and the light is going to reveal a lot of darkness that has been present in this world. And that darkness interestingly enough, is going to be revealed as being embodied by people who in the past we thought were the saints, the wonderful people who were looking out for us. And, you know, just,
It'll be shocking.
it's going to be shocking.
And some of you are probably already aware of this.
Yeah, some of you are aware of it. But some of the people who we thought were saints are not going to be, well, we're going to find out they're not.
Yep.
And they haven't been looking out for our, they don't have our best interest at heart.
Right.
I'm not going to name names. We will all find out as it goes along. But the big thing is that the tendency in human beings is to point the finger and say, fix that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Fix the people over there, get them straightened out, and then everything will be okay. And what we're going to find out is that needs to be cleaned up, and it's happening. But it doesn't let us off the hook.
Yeah, and what it is it's just symptomatic of the overall ascension process that's taking place. So it's not. Let's don't all get distracted by
Yep.
what's going on in the media. The media's been lying.
Liars.
To us. They're liars.
Big time liars.
CNN, NBC,
MSNBC,
they're
CBS, ABC,
and,
all of
and,
it.
And some of Fox News is getting to the crux of the issue, and they're getting honest about some
Not
things.
everybody
but
there.
not everybody there. But they're all lying to us. So, but okay, that being known, let's don't get distracted by what's happening there, because it's just evidence of the fact that there is this ascension process happening, and every single atom and particle or molecule and everything is being affected.
And that's just one area in the overall scheme of things. And if we get distracted by that, we're missing the point, like you were saying. And this transmutational process, this ascension process, what's appearing in the news or what's appearing in government and all of that, those are just distractions to keep us distracted from the ascension that's taking place,
Yep.
because there is an ascension.
Yep.
And that's where we need to place our attention personally. And I know there are people that think that if we could just straighten out government, then everything would work. It's
Well, that's
this
part
is
of it.
That's part of it.
It's part of it.
But the ascension process is not letting any of us off the hook.
Right. So
One of the things, there was a theme that's been developing
yeah,
lately.
Yep.
Principally, you were thinking about it. It came through you.
I'll
Sorry, I
take
got the
credit
hiccups.
for it. I'll take credit for it.
Yeah, you can take credit for it.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. So I'll let him say.
Well, no, I mean you got something going here.
Well,
I don't want to step on your toes.
well, you already did. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
So
Yeah,
so shut up.
Yeah.
So-
so basically, there's something coming to focus, which is very down to earth, very grounded, and so before we get into it, I just want to emphasize something. One of the things that we're never going to do is play spiritual games with you guys,
That's right.
because we're not playing spiritual games with
Or
ourselves,
spiritual elitism.
or elitism, or like we're more special than anybody else.
Oh, I got to say, I still don't know how to channel, and I still don't. I'm still not being talked to by Archangel Michael or any of those people.
well, you-
and that,
Well, you don't know that.
well, but
it
yeah,
it
well,
might-
most likely it's not happening.
Well, I don't know. I think it could be. I think it's whether I've developed the capacity to hear it.
Well, that's-
You know,
yeah.
I think there's guidance. Like we're being assisted in ways that are amazing. But so anyway, that we're getting off on a tangent here.
No, now since you opened that up, you mentioned something about during the meditation we are getting assistance, and we have some. I'm pretty darn sure they're beings of light that show up during meditation. But so far, I haven't heard them talk to me.
No,
But I can sure feel their presence and energetically what they're working with and with me in my meditation.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard them talk to me yet.
Yeah, but so what I want to make
maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, but the point I want to make is that they might be communicating with you in subtle suggestions or nuances of like, try
Songs.
this, try that.
Songs.
Yeah.
I think that that could be a possibility, that songs sometimes
Yeah.
that just pop into your head. Especially at night. Have you ever had any of that go on at night where all of a sudden a song just pops into your head and there's a certain part of the song where it just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating, and it's like it's got a good message to it?
Yeah.
So maybe
I've had the same thing. So one of the things I wanted to say is
I'm sorry to distract you or sidetrack.
Okay. Part of the history is, as we've already said, we've done a lot of so-called spiritual stuff, and one of them was we lived at a spiritual community, and that the spiritual community is now, I wouldn't call it that anymore.
It's a cult.
It's a cult. But anyway, when we were there, Greg and I, we poured our life blood into this thing. I mean, we gave and gave and gave and gave and killed ourselves, working 80 hours a week, money, time, investment, serving, giving. And finally, I mean, we left, thank God. But it got to the point where this so-called leader told us, brought us in, and basically were giving us an ultimatum
Yeah.
of you need to keep giving. It's like, their whole approach was like, what have you done for me lately? And
That's what it was the whole time.
the whole time, and we finally woke up. But
And by the way, we're not going to name who it is.
no, I'm not going to name
Some
it.
of you may say, "Who is it? Who is it?"
Yeah,
We're
well,
not going to
I-
tell. We're
I'm
not
not
going
gonna
to
tell
do
you.
that. We don't operate like that.
No. So basically, this person basically gave us an ultimatum. And in the ultimatum, one of the things we used to do, let me backtrack. We used to have a fire pit where we lived at this place. And we have this outdoor fire pit and a patio. And we used to invite people over quite a bit and have fires. And we'd sit around the fires and have nice conversations and that kind of thing. But we were the ones who hosted it. We were the ones who had to buy the firewood. We're the ones who had to prepare it. We're the ones that provided the libations or the snacks and that kind of thing. We provided the place, and we provided the vibrational surround for it.
Yeah.
And it was just one of the many things that we were doing. So this person who called us in, this so-called leader who brought us in for this meeting, did basically say, you need to get back on and do,
Giving us the stuff.
giving us the stuff, basically. And one of the things this guy said was,
No, come on.
no,
You-
come
you're
on,
in the middle of it.
what, because you're the one that it came
Like,
to,
okay, so what about the fires?
yeah, because we
What
stopped.
about the fires? You're not giving me the fires anymore. It was really all about him. Give me the fires. Where's the good stuff? Keep giving me the gifts. He was demanding. It was basically a critical attitude, criticizing us because we weren't giving him gifts anymore. And to me, that really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Then, okay, so I was feeling really good about myself, at realizing that how arrogant that was of on this person's part. But it wasn't but like a day or so later that it became clear to me.
This is just recently,
Yeah.
not back then when we had the
No,
conversation.
this is
with
just
that-
recently. It's a healing process you
Yeah,
go through. But
yeah.
just recently, it became clear to me that I've been harboring attitudes like that myself toward Creator.
Yeah.
Toward the creator of all things, toward my life, complaining that my life isn't good enough. The good stuff isn't happening. I don't like this. I need that. And just being critical of the present moment, which is my life, which is Creator's life, because we're not separate. And I haven't been appreciative of it.
Yeah, giving thanks for it. Creator is constantly giving us. You have air to breathe.
Right now.
You have a place to be. You've got starlight. You've got, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And you can choose, if you wish, to look at the lack. You can choose to look at what you think are lacks and totally miss the creative opportunity to be a channel for the expression of Creator. And when you take the attitude of it's not good enough, or when's the good stuff going to happen, then I'm still living out of a wound
Yep.
that I've been mistreated, or life isn't going the way I want, or whatever. And as disgusting as it is, it was amazing when he realized that we were embodying the same putrid, disgusting attitude
Yeah.
that so-called leader had toward us. And so it's like, wow, let me start appreciating where I am and exactly how things are.
Do any of you, because this happens to me, and it has a lot in my life. My life's going to be a lot better when, or if, and you fill in the blanks, okay? My life is going to be better when, or if. And so when I maintain that kind of an attitude, when is that happening? Right now.
Yeah.
In this moment.
And that's all there is.
And you tell me, what moment other than now do you have? And so if I'm doing that right now, in this moment, and I'm not grateful for what's happening now, am I going to be in position really to receive the gifts that are coming in the next moment? I mean, whatever that means, that's a concept, but in the next moment. So there's always something coming from the future, and it's the abundance of Creator.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
And if I'm always in a critical state of mind or judging and criticizing what's coming as not being good enough, I'm not receiving the amazing gift of now.
Yep. You know, and the thing that's amazing is because we exist in a state of consciousness here in this world where we have been functioning primarily, fundamentally, in the lower three chakras of consciousness, which means it all of our attention and all of our focus is on form, on security, on power and control, but it's all about the 3D world. The gifts, I think what we will really find as this ascension process continues to unfold, we will find that the real gifts of Creator, first of all, is us. And what is coming from us into this world, and not what we're getting or trying to extract from the world. The gifts, the beauty in life, the glory in life, the magic of life is what we express in our lives.
It's not what
we create it.
Yep.
It's not something we extract from the world.
That's absolutely the truth. So if we wanted to title this little video we're doing here, I would say it's gratitude.
Gratitude.
Let's title this gratitude. How about let's don't just give it lip service. Let's actually be grateful for what is in our present experience. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking out here right now, and I suppose it's easy to say that right now because there's an amazing view here. It's an incredibly beautiful day. I love being with my brother considering these things. We're in the midst of this amazing ascension process.
On this planet, in the cosmos.
In the middle of the cosmos.
On this planet that's got an atmosphere and starlight and clouds and rain and plants and animals and birds that sing. It's incredible where we live.
So what in the world is there to not be grateful for?
It's magical.
I mean, you could say, well, this applies to me too. Oh, my body's sick today. I get it. That's a challenge. But that doesn't mean the attitude of gratitude goes away.
Right.
Because that's where life is. It's in being thankful and grateful for what is. So as the coming, the future coming has a place to land in my consciousness so that the heaven that I'm responsible for bringing and releasing will actually happen. But if I'm always bitching and complaining about what's missing, there's no heaven coming through me into the world, and my gift isn't here because of it.
Heaven on earth doesn't come because we get everything arranged in the earth a certain way. If we get the right people here, the right people there, and fix that up and do this and fix the other thing, yeah, there are things that need to be fixed and cleaned up on this planet.
Here first.
But heaven comes through us. It's my expression. It's what I'm giving. It's the love that I bring. It's the magic that I bring. It's the appreciation. It's the thankfulness. It's courtesy.
Yep.
It's thank you. How can I help you?
Yep.
It's what comes out of me. That's my fulfillment. It's not what I'm getting. And yet I have a feeling that most of the way we function in consciousness is, I need more money. I need more friends. No, I need less friends. It's all about the external realm.
Yep.
And it's not, well, the bottom line, it's about what am I giving?
That's
what
right.
am I expressing?
So I'm just thinking of something that happened on the drive just before coming up here. My brother and I stopped at a, what would you call that shop? Where we had the photos.
Oh, the photos, yeah.
We're having some photos downloaded to be blown up.
some
We're doing
visioning.
some visioning stuff. So the woman a young woman who was primarily helping you,
yeah,
was obviously not having a good day,
yeah,
right? And she really, to be honest, I don't think she wanted to help.
no,
And I noticed that. So instead of going, "Where's your boss?" I'm going to complain about you. So, no, instead of doing that, what occurred to me, because I think I'm hopefully becoming more aware, was to connect with this woman in a real way. And she had tattoos, right? So, I'm an old guy, right? So we don't do tattoos. Those are bad. Only bad people have tattoos or body piercings or any of that kind of thing, right? But no, she had tattoos. So I noticed the tattoos, and so I started asking her. I said, "What is that tattoo? What is it?" There was one that had a number, and it was a street address for Sherlock Holmes's place. She's obviously a fan. So then the next one was, "So what's that tattoo?" And she started talking about, I'm into collecting old radios and record players. And so I was expressing some interest in her and what she's about. And it's as simple as that. It changed the circumstance completely. She opened up. She started having a good time with us. The other girls in the shop, they got included in the whole thing. And pretty soon, the place was full of light. It was really awesome.
And you could tell that the other girls in the shop too, they were all under the gun. And we found out later through conversation that the busiest time of the year for them is now. And they probably were caught in a loop and feeding off each other's negativity.
Yep.
And so that's the magic that we can bring, is when we're in a situation, we can bring something that's not a part of that repeating loop of like, oh, I hate so-and-so, the government, like guy over there, he should be shot, or whatever, all that stuff. It's like, get out of that loop and be in the loop of light. That's what we're here to do, is bring the light.
And stop listening to CNN and all the other places, because if you do that, they're thinking for you. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it.
Because you'll become negative. You'll start looking at things like everything's wrong. And it's not. My God, we're on, like you were saying, we're on this planet in the middle of the cosmos, in the midst of this amazing ascension process. Holy cow.
Yeah, and so the other thing too is, we're not on our own here. We are receiving assistance from beings.
And I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, beings of love and light.
We're not special in that regard.
No. And
everybody's
so
getting help.
It's available for everyone. And so basically the theme of this thing is
gratitude.
Gratitude. Giving thanks for our circumstances exactly the way they are, and not looking at the circumstance of like, well, I could be wonderful if this was different. I could really be who I am, the glorious divine being I am, if only they weren't here. Or I could be, it's like, so who's talking there? An ego. And that's all going to go away. And that, whether we like it or not, it's not a choice.
Yeah.
It's going away for everybody on this planet.
It's really
and it's
awesome.
a wonderful, wonderful time. So I don't know. How long do we want to go?
I think this is probably enough. I
Yeah.
think we said it. It's been a while again since we've posted a video. We don't have many followers, but to you who have subscribed, we love you. Well, actually, we love all you guys, not just the ones that have subscribed. We love you all.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. Gratitude and love. We love you all. We're with you. We are all in this together.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And
It's going to be okay.
yeah.
This is amazing, transmutational, transformational, new, amazing stuff going on this planet.
Yep.
And it's a privilege, really, to be here right now. It is a privilege and an honor. And if we take advantage of this, wow.
We are, no, not if. As we take it,
good
because
point.
we are taking advantage of it.
I would if my circumstance, if I had more money, I could definitely.
Yeah, right.
It's always something.
If it wasn't so hot, if it wasn't so cold, if it wasn't windy,
Oh,
or
if
if it was,
only I didn't have a headache. If only I didn't have this feeling.
If
If
my
only
ears
so-and-so
weren't
wasn't
ringing,
there. If my
it'd be
ears
all-
were ringing.
yeah.
If I wasn't so tired. If I didn't feel this. If they would just behave.
I know what it would be if I was younger.
Yeah,
That would
right.
do it.
That would do it. Yes.
So there's no end to it.
There's
right?
no end to it.
So anyway, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
As usual, if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, leave comments, please. We'd love to hear from you.
Love to hear from you.
And we might even use your comments to maybe answer questions. We did that one time before.
We're not gonna speak about, like we said before. We're not gonna talk about things that we don't know.
That's right.
And we're not going to come up with airy-fairy, woo-woo spiritual principles or talk about how I traveled to other dimensions or something weird. I'm talking about on the ground, bringing it down to earth. Oh, one thing I'd like to say.
What?
making it real, what you express, the glory, the beauty, it's what you express. I'll give you a few keys that are really obvious. Love,
Yep.
blessing, be a blessing, express love, be a blessing, be thankful. Stay focused in the truth of love,
Yeah.
the truth of who you are. Stay there. It's work.
Yep.
It's work, but stay there.
Yep.
And the spirit, I'm going to call them the spirits of God.
Yeah. Well, there are
There's
spirits,
a
yeah.
character to the quality of who we are, and stay true to that character.
That's it.
Yep.
That's absolutely it. So I guess that's about it.
That's it. Love and blessings to you guys.
Yep. We love you very much,
Yep.
and I suppose when the time's right, we'll post another video. But until then, many blessings to you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Let her rock.